Welcome to The Rooms We Hide In, a mini podcast about narcissistic abuse, anxiety, and the quiet courage it takes to reclaim your mind. Today's episode is called Love Bombing, the perfect beginning that isn't what it seems. Let's begin. Part 1, Defining. Love bombing is the opening act of narcissistic abuse, the part that feels like a dream before it becomes a trap. It's overwhelming affection, intense attention, grand gestures, big promises, instant connection. It feels like someone finally sees you, deeply, completely, urgently. But love bombing isn't love. It's idealization. It's strategy. It's the creation of a fantasy version of themselves and of you. You can identify it by the speed. Everything moves too fast, too intense, too perfect. You're pushed to bond quickly, to trust quickly, to attach quickly. And beneath all that intensity is a quiet pressure, a sense that if you don't match their pace, you'll lose something magical. That pressure is the first red flag. Part 2, The Survivor's Experience. If you've lived through love bombing, you know the emotional high it creates. You feel chosen. You feel special. You feel seen in a way you've never felt before. And then you feel confused, because the intensity that lifted you up becomes the anxiety that holds you hostage. Anxiety begins as anticipation. How do I keep this version of them? What if I do something wrong? What if the magic disappears? You start performing. You start pleasing. You start shrinking. Not because you're weak, but because you're terrified of losing the only version of them that ever felt safe. And that fear, the fear of losing the high, becomes the first internal room. A room built from longing, hope, and self-doubt. A room where you wait for the version of them that may never return. Part 3, The Reclaiming. Here's the truth you deserve to hear. You are worthy without intensity. You are lovable without performance. You do not need to earn affection by matching someone else's pace. Real love doesn't rush you. Real love doesn't overwhelm you. Real love doesn't demand instant attachment. Real love grows. It doesn't explode. So take a breath. Slow down. Ground yourself. Name the pattern when you see it. This isn't connection. This is urgency. This isn't love. This is intensity. This isn't my responsibility to maintain. You're allowed to step out of the room that love bombing built. You're allowed to choose steady over spectacular. You're allowed to choose yourself. If this resonates with you, please follow the pod series and check out the novels by Paul Tracy in the Narcissist Survival series, available on Amazon Kindle. And subscribe to the Bear Cub Facebook and YouTube pages for more content. Because the rooms we hide in don't have to be the rooms we live in.